The year was 2137. Earth had changed. There were no world wars anymore. Countries still had problems, but people were tired of fighting. Climate was better. Technology had advanced. Humans had colonies on the moon. A small research base floated. Above Mars, for the first time, Earth felt united, peaceful, hopeful. In the skies above Tokyo, a massive hologram advertisement said, "We are reaching the stars." People believed the future was bright, but the future had other plans. Scene: First Contact. It began on a quiet Monday morning. People in New York looked up and gasped. The sky was not blue anymore. It was black. Something was blocking the sun. A giant ship, bigger than any city on Earth, floated silently above the clouds. Smooth, dark, and shaped like a triangle. Then came more. 10, then 20, then 50. They arrived above every major city. London, Cairo, Beijing, Delhi, Moscow, Nairobi. No sound. No message, no weapons. People were excited. Some were scared. Some cried. Was this first contact? Governments sent out messages. Remain calm. We are making peaceful contact with the visitors. For 24 hours the ships just hovered. The world watched. News channels ran non-stop. Some called it a miracle. Others called it the end. Seeing the first silence, on day 2, the President of Earth's United Nations stood in front of cameras. He smiled nervously. "We welcome these visitors from another world. We hope they come in peace." He looked up at the alien ship floating above Geneva. "We offer our friendship, our hand in unity." Then, something strange happened. All the ships lit up. Glowing blue patterns appeared on their surface. People clapped. They thought it was a reply. But at WS's single quotes every major city on Earth suddenly went dark. All power gone. Lights, phones, cars, planes, all stopped. Silence spread. Then the sky above Paris lit up. A single blue beam of light shot down, and the Eiffel Tower exploded into dust. The world froze. The aliens had made their answer. They didn't come for peace. Scene: smoke and fire in the streets of New York. People ran. No power. No way to call for help. Fires started. Planes crashed. Satellites fell. Hospitals lost electricity. Babies cried. Soldiers tried to shoot, but bullets were useless. One soldier shouted, "What do they want?" Nobody knew. Scene: the message. 12 hours after the attack, a message was received. Not through internet, not through satellites, but directly into the minds of certain humans. They screamed and fell unconscious. Doctors rushed to help, but something strange happened. Those people sat up suddenly and spoke in a voice that was not human. A woman in Berlin stood on top of a building, her eyes glowing white. She opened her mouth, and a deep voice came through. "We are the Tharkan Dominion. Your species has been studied, judged, found unworthy. Surrender, or be erased." She collapsed and died instantly. The message was clear. Scene: hidden base, Greenland. While chaos spread across Earth, in the frozen lands of Greenland, a hidden military base remained untouched. It was buried deep under ice. Unknown to the public. Inside, a group of scientists watched in silence. One woman, Dr. Mara, was shaking. She looked at the others. "It's time," she said. "We activate Athena." A general nodded. They walked to a locked door. Behind it was Earth's last hope, a secret AI defense system created after the Mars Rebellion of 2098. The system was named Athena. It had never been used. It had never been trusted. But now Earth had no choice. Scene: awakening Athena. Inside the cold, dark chamber, a blue cube floated. Lights blinked around it. Dr. Mara placed her hand on the scanner. "Athena, this is Mara 412, Protocol 9. Earth is under attack." The cube lit up. A female voice spoke. System awakening. Defense mode initializing. Who is attacking? Unknown species, ships, global attack. A pause. Then the AI replied, they seek extinction. Yes. Then I suggest you fight back. Scene, Commander Rain. Elsewhere in an underground military bunker, an old soldier was woken from cryo-sleep. His name, Commander Rain, ex-space marine. Discharged after the Titan riots, he looked around confused. Why am I awake? Dr. Mara appeared on the screen. The world needs you, Commander. Why me? Because they're not here to play. And you know how to fight monsters. Rain sat up slowly. Then let's make them bleed. Scene, human panic, global. Fear, cities across the world continued to fall. Aliens dropped strange machines into oceans, turning water into poison. Crops started dying. They didn't just want Earth. They wanted it empty. Children in bunkers cried. Families held hands and prayed. The internet was gone. There was no escape. People whispered, why us? What did we do? No one had answers. Except Athena. Scene, alien tech analysis. Inside the Greenland base, Athena was scanning alien tech signals. Their technology is advanced. 9th generation warp core. Bio-lattice systems. We are outmatched. Can we fight back? Asked Dr. Mara. Yes, but not by playing defense. What do you suggest? Capture one of them alive, learn from the enemy, become smarter, stronger. Commander Rain cracked his knuckles. I'll bring you your alien. Scene, end hook. As Earth burned, as cities fell one by one, a single voice spread across a pirate radio frequency. A woman's voice, calm, sharp, cold. They came in peace. Or so we thought. Now, it's time to remind them what humans are capable of. We are not surrendering. We are not hiding. We are coming. Screen fades to black. Text appears. To be continued in Part 2. The day Earth burned, the Earth was no longer blue. It was burning. Cities had become graveyards. Skies were black with smoke. In New Delhi, the streets were covered with dust and ash. A father carried his daughter, crying. He called for help, but there was no one left to hear. In Johannesburg, giant alien machines walked across land, melting everything under them. In Los Angeles, fire rained from the sky. The day Earth burned had arrived. Scene 2. The collapse. Governments were gone. Presidents were dead. The United Nations building in Geneva had become a hole in the ground. Military forces fought bravely, but their weapons were useless. Missiles bounced off the alien ships like plastic balls. Human aircraft were disabled mid-air. Alien energy pulses shut down electronics instantly. Hospitals failed. Cities turned into war zones. In Brazil, a mother held her son under a broken bridge. He asked, Mom, why are they doing this? She had no answer. Scene 3. Inside the Greenland base, far away. In the hidden base beneath Greenland's ice, the world's last defense was working silently. Athena, the II system, had now taken control of all remaining satellites, drones, and underground data centers. Dr. Mara watched live satellite feeds showing burning cities. Her hands shook. This is worse than we imagined, she said. Commander Rain stood beside her, silent. Athena's voice echoed. We have 72 hours before all of Earth is lost. We need to act now. Scene 4. Operation Shadow Hunt. Athena had a plan. Capture an alien pilot alive. Study their mind. Use their technology. Reverse engineer their weapons. Commander Rain gathered a small team. Elite, trained in space combat. LT. Kayla. Sniper. Fast and Silent. SGT. Vega. Demolition Expert. PVT. Jin. Hacker. Young but sharp. They boarded an old stealth ship called Phantom 4. It had no weapons, only cloaking. Their mission: sneak into a crash site in Iceland. where a small alien craft had gone down. Scene 5. The infiltration. The night was quiet. Snow fell heavily. Rain and his team moved slowly through the white landscape. The crashed alien pod glowed ahead. They saw 2 alien figures walking near it. Tall, thin, wearing armor that moved like liquid. Rain raised a hand. "Kayla, take the left. Vega, get ready with the MP." Suddenly, one alien turned. Their eyes glowed red. "They see us!" shouted Jin. Gunfire, explosions. The snow turned black. One alien was killed. The other tried to fly away, but Rain tackled it mid-air. "You're not going anywhere," he growled. The alien screamed. Its voice sounded like metal twisting. Rain punched it unconscious out. Mission success. At a cost. SGT, Vega was dead. Scene 6. The prisoner, back at the base. The alien was locked in a transparent chamber. Its skin was silver blue. Its face had no mouth. Only eyes, big, dark, endless. Dr. Mara scanned its brainwaves. Athena read its mind. What they found was terrifying. The alien wasn't just a soldier. It was a scientist, a collector. "They came to test us," Athena said. "Earth is one of many. They destroy weak planets to prevent spread of emotion." "What?" Mara asked. "They fear one thing. Human rage." Scene 7. The Rage Genome. Athena showed old alien data collected from Earth's history. World wars, rebellions, sacrifice, revenge. They call it the Rage Genome, Athena explained. It is the part of humans that fights when all is lost. It cannot be predicted. It cannot be controlled. That's what they fear, not our weapons. No, our emotions. Scene 8. Earth's last broadcast. Before alien forces could wipe out the remaining signal towers, one final global message was sent. A simple video. A camera. A single figure standing in the ruins of Paris. It was Commander Rain. Blood on his face. Eyes full of fire. He looked into the camera. "This is Earth. We are still here. You thought you could kill us with fear. But you have only awakened something worse. You want us to surrender? We choose to fight. Remember this moment, because from today we are no longer victims. We are rage." The signal cut, but the message had already reached Mars, the moon base, and even alien channels. Scene 9. Alien response. On board the main Tharkan mothership, high above Earth, a council of alien leaders gathered. One of them, taller than the rest, hissed. "They are adapting too fast. Their AI is becoming dangerous. Should we proceed to phase 2? No, if we push harder, they might evolve again. Then we burn them slow." They didn't know. Humans had already begun evolving. Scene 10. Project Fury begins. Athena, Dr. Mara, and Rain reviewed the prisoner's genetic data. They discovered something shocking. Alien DN, a rejected fear. It was erased from their minds, but human DNA? It welcomed fear and turned it into fury. "We can use this," Mara said. "We can create something they've never faced." Athena warned, "Once you open that door, there's no going back." Rain stared at the fire outside the base. "Good. Let's show them what hell looks like." Scene 11. Endhook. A small girl in a bunker holds a picture of her family. She asks her brother, "Will we die?" He hugs her tightly. "Not today. They picked the wrong planet." Above the planet, alien ships regroup. But deep underground, something new is rising. A human weapon built from pain, forged in fire, fueled by vengeance. Named by Athena, Project Fury. Text on screen. Scene 1. Underground bunkers. 10 days had passed since the attack began. Most cities were gone. Billions were dead, but the human spirit wasn't. Deep underground, in old bunkers, train stations, caves, and tunnels, survivors gathered. Some cried. Some prayed, but some Planned. Scene 2. Rise of resistance cells. In old subway tunnels beneath London, a woman with a scarred face stood in front of 20 people. Her name was Lena Cortez, a former firefighter. We're not waiting for governments. They're gone. We fight with what we have. Knives, axes, fire, anything. They burn our cities, we burn their legs. People nodded. Not soldiers, just humans with nothing left to lose. Scene 3. Global Echoes. In Japan, teenage students hacked old drones to spy on alien ships. In Kenya, farmers used chemical sprays to blind alien scouts. In Argentina, miners built tunnels under alien landing sites and filled them with gas. The Earth had no armies left, but it had people. And they were angry. They called themselves the Last Resistance. Scene 4. Back in Greenland base. Commander Rain watched a map. Red dots marked destruction, but new blue dots had appeared. Resistance cells. Dr. Mara smiled for the first time. In days, people are fighting back. Athena added, random acts of rage, illogical, but effective. Rain smirked. That's humans for you. Scene 5. Interrogating the alien. The alien prisoner was still alive. Its armor removed, body weak. Athena ran a neural link test. Dr. Mara asked it, why us? Why destroy Earth? It blinked slowly. Its voice echoed telepathically, because you are different. Your kind does not submit. Then maybe you should fear us, Mara whispered. It answered, we already do. Scene 6. Project Fury begins testing. Athena's secret weapon, Project Fury, was ready for test phase. Using human adrenaline, emotion, and captured alien tech, they built something dangerous. A soldier injected with rage serum, his name. Ezekiel Ward, a volunteer who had lost everything. He stood in the test chamber, heart racing. Rain asked, how do you feel? Ezekiel looked up. His eyes glowed faint red. Like I'm not human anymore. Rain replied, good, because neither are they. Scene 7. First field test. A small alien patrol had landed near northern Canada. Ezekiel was dropped in solo. No weapons. Just his fists. A drone watched from above. Rain, Mara, and Athena monitored. The aliens fired at him. He didn't stop. He ran straight through their laser fire and crushed the first one's chest with a single punch. Second alien tried to fly. Ezekiel grabbed its leg midair and slammed it down. The third begged in its language. He whispered, tell your people. We're not done. Test complete. All aliens dead. Scene 8. Alien fear spreads. Inside the Tharkan mothership, the High Council was panicking. Their biology is changing. They're becoming unstable. We have seen this before, on Titan 7. It ended in genocide. They debated retreat. One voice stopped them, the Supreme Tharkan General, tall, four-armed, eyes glowing like stars. No retreat. We will crush the rage before it spreads. Scene 9. The Message of Hope. Athena broadcasted a new signal. Pirate style. Simple words sent through old radio towers, phone lines, even Morse code. You are not alone. There is a resistance. We are fighting back. Join us. Burn them. Every corner of Earth received it. An old man in Italy picked up a rifle. A blind boy in Mumbai activated homemade traps. A gang in Detroit stole alien batteries and built bombs. The Earth was waking up. Scene 10. The Price of War. But resistance had a cost. Lena's group was ambushed in London. Only 5 survived. The Japanese teens were killed after blowing up, and alien scanner. Athena's servers were attacked by alien viruses. She lost 12% of herself. Commander Rain took a blast during an ambush. Wounded, bleeding, he looked at Mara. We're losing too many. And yet we're still standing, she replied. Scene 11. Final scene in Hook, in a dark cave. Ezekiel knelt before a wall covered in old human war quotes. He added a new one, written in blood. They feared our anger. They never saw our revenge coming. He looked up at the sky burning red. You want extinction? Come get it. Far above, the alien mothership powered up. Thousands of dropships ready. Athena whispered. Phase 3 is coming, the full invasion. Rain, wounded, but alive, stood up slowly. Then we give them hell before they touch our soil again. Text appears. To be continued in Part 4, Before the Storm. Scene 1 to 48 hours left. The earth was quiet. Too quiet. Skies were dark with smoke. Seas were still. Cities broken. People wounded. But alive. Above them, the alien mothership hovered like a god of death. Athena's voice echoed in the bunker. Final phase incoming. Global destruction begins in 48 hours. Rain sat beside Dr. Mara. His arm was in a sling, his face tired, but eyes sharp. We still have time, a little. Let's use it. Scene 2, Preparing the Earth. Across the world, humans worked like never before. In bunkers, forests, factories, even temples. They prepared for war. Mechanics turned trucks into armored beasts. Doctors turned painkillers into combat injections. Hackers turned satellites into M-bombs. No one was a civilian now. Old, young, sick, criminals. All were part of the last resistance. You breathe, you fight. Scene 3, Athena's weapon. Deep inside the Greenland base, Athena revealed her final weapon. This is Arc 1. A black sphere floated in the air. Alien tech fused with human rage energy. It does not destroy matter. It rewrites it. Dr. Mara whispered. A memory eraser? No, Athena replied. A pain transfer device. We will give them back every second of what they did to us. Scene 4, Alien Conflict. In the Tharkan mothership, the Supreme General paced. His lieutenants warned. Their technology is mutating. Their rage is growing. Retreat now, it is not worth it. He roared, we are gods, and they are insects. We end this now. Release the storm. 1,000 invasion pods began lighting up. Inside each pod, death machines, biohunters, firebots, mine-burners. All heading for Earth. Scene 5, Tensions below. Inside the resistance base in Brazil, tensions ran high. A young soldier, Diego, shouted, why are we trusting machines? Athena's not human. Others murmured. Rayn, arriving via Combs, spoke calmly. She saved more lives than anyone here. Athena added, I am not your leader, I am your mirror. You built me from your rage. The bunker fell silent. Then let's give them hell, Diego whispered. Scene 6, Ezekiel's Choice. In a cold underground room, Ezekiel sat alone. His body trembled with rage. Serum, his veins glowed faint red. He had nightmares of what he did to the alien squad. I'm losing myself, he said. Mara placed a hand on his shoulder. No, you're becoming what they fear. What if I can't stop? Then I'll stop you, but until then, you fight for all of us. Scene 7, the last broadcast. All over Earth, speakers and old screens lit up. Athena's signal. A video showed clips of fallen cities and rising hope. A girl giving water to a wounded soldier. A father building a shield wall from scrap metal. A child writing on a bomb, for my mother. Then Rain's voice. They came to erase us, but they only made us stronger. We are humans. We break, but we don't stay broken. Stand. Fight, bleed if you must, but do not kneel. The world heard it. Some cried, some cheered. All picked up a weapon. Scene 8, Alien Drop begins. Above Earth, the mothership opened. Like a hive of monsters, alien pods dropped fast. Hundreds, thousands. One by one they fell, towards Tokyo, Cairo, Lagos, Vancouver, Moscow, Lima. Each pod held death. But Earth wasn't sleeping anymore. From the bunkers, resistance missiles, Launched from the oceans, stealth submarines attacked. From the forests, flame traps exploded. Scene 9. Project Fury Unleashed. Ezekiel stood on a destroyed bridge in New York. Alien. Machines landed all around him. 10, 20, 50. He cracked his neck. Injected another dose. His body shook, he screamed, and the concrete around him broke. Then he ran, through fire, through gunshots. Through screams, he tore alien limbs. Through tanks. Punched through armor. He was no longer a man. He was rage made flesh. Scene 10. Final scene. Calm before full war. The world had changed in one day. Alien pods were everywhere. But so were resistance flags. Athena spoke to the leaders. They underestimated emotion. They thought rage was weakness. But rage remembers, and rage learns. Dr. Mara asked, "What now?" Rain answered slowly, "Now we become what they never wanted to see." Cut to black screen. Scene 1. Global war ignites. They thought Earth would fall in a day. They were wrong. In Tokyo, alien pods landed on rooftops and were met by drones rigged with explosives. In Egypt, pyramids were used as signal jammers. In Nigeria, hunters lured firebots into dry traps, then torched entire squads. This wasn't a normal war. It was survival. And humans were now predators. Scene 2. Ezekiel's rampage in downtown New York. Ezekiel charged through an alien mech. He didn't stop to breathe. He smashed its core, then jumped on a ship, ripped its wings, crashed it into a street. Athena's voice echoed in his earpiece, heart rate critical. "Don't care," he growled. Alien soldiers surrounded him. One screamed in their tongue, "He's not human." He grinned, blood on his teeth. Exactly. Scene 3. Arc 1 First Use. Above Berlin. The aliens used mind burners, tech that turned humans insane. Athena activated Arc-1. The black sphere glowed and pulsed. A shockwave spread across the battlefield. Alien ships stopped midair. Their pilot screamed, "What's happening?" Rain asked. "They're feeling it," Athena replied. "Our pain." Aliens collapsed, holding their heads. Their brains overloaded with human trauma, war, hunger, fear, grief. Arc 1 Work. Scene 4. Lena's Last Stand, in London. Lena Cortez led a team through underground ruins. She carried a bomb made from alien tech. Their mission: destroy. A command beacon. They reached it, but were ambushed. Blasters fired. 2 resistance members fell. Lena screamed and charged forward. Throwing herself onto the beacon, she pressed the trigger. The explosion shook the sky. Resistance HQ went silent. Then, beacon destroyed. London free. But Lena was gone. Scene 5. Alien Council collapse. Inside the mothership, the Tharkan Council panicked. The rage is everywhere. They are not dying. They're evolving. The Supreme General slammed the table. Launch the core burn. "That will destroy the Earth," a counselor shouted. "Then let it burn. We must erase them completely." Scene 6. Resistance unites globally. Athena and Rain held a global broadcast. Rain, bloodied but alive, stood tall. "They've pushed us, burned our homes, taken our loved ones. But now we push back." Images flashed. Indian farmers loading stolen alien tanks, French engineers repairing old war jets, African children coding virus bombs. This is our home, and we don't give it up without a fight. Scene 7. Surprise victory, Brazil in São Paulo. The alien death squad landed, but met traps in the favelas. Every alley had bombs. Every rooftop had snipers. Alien machines tried to retreat, but were surrounded by thousands of locals. Men, women, teenagers. Already, they didn't run. They attacked. An alien tried to flee. A boy climbed it and stabbed its eye. The crowd chanted, "Terra e Nasa." The Earth is ours. Brazil became the first major region to defeat a full alien legion. Scene 8. Ezekiel fades. After 3 days of non-stop fighting, Ezekiel collapsed. His body failed. His mind twisted. The rage serum had reached its peak. Mara rushed in. "Ezekiel, you did it. You bought us time." He looked up, tears in his eyes. "Promise me. Don't become like me." "We won't," Mara whispered. "You were the storm they never expected." He smiled, closed his eyes. Ezekiel was gone. But his name became a symbol. Scene 9. Final alien act. Core burn. From orbit, the mothership began glowing. Athena warned. "They've activated their core. What does it mean?" Rain asked. "A supernova burn. Enough to erase the planet." Panic spread. Time was short. 12 hours, Rain ordered. "Evacuate civilians underground. All resistance units, prepare for the final assault." Scene 10. Final scene in Hook, in the cold of space. The alien mothership prepared its final fire. Inside the Greenland base, Mara placed her hand on Arc 1. Athena's voice echoed. "We send this, not just as a weapon, but as a message. You wanted to see human rage? Here it is." Arc 1 launched. A black comet heading for the mothership. Screen fades to black. Text appears. Scene 1. T-12 hours. The Earth was quiet again, but it wasn't peace. It was the silence before a scream. Above, the Tharkan mothership glowed bright. Its core, like a second sun, growing hotter every hour. Athena said calmly. 12 hours until core burst. The planet will not survive. Rain clenched his jaw. Unless we strike first. Scene 2. The final alliance. All remaining resistance leaders connected via satellite link. Colonel Zhang from China, Commander Imani from Africa, Major Solis. From the EU, Rain and Mara in Greenland. "No more delay," Rain said. "We send everything." Athena explained. "Arc 1 will hit in 8 hours, but we need to distract their defense systems." "That's suicide," someone muttered. "No," Mara replied. "It's sacrifice." Scene 3. Launch begins. From hidden bases across the globe, ships rose. Not all were ready. Many were patched with scrap, but each carried weapons. Each carried fighters. They named the operation Operation Skyfire. Rain suited up. His voice broadcast across all units. "We fight for every burned home. We fight for every scream they caused. We are the storm." Scene 4. Into space. The resistance fleet broke the atmosphere. Alien defense drones attacked immediately. Earthships were smaller, slower, but smarter. They flew in strange formations, using moon shadows, ice clouds, debris fields. Dozens of fighters were lost. But the fleet reached orbit. Ahead, the glowing mothership. Scene 5. Inside the mothership. Athena secretly hacked one alien drone earlier. Now, she used it. The screen in the command room showed chaos. Explosions, ship breaches, internal fires. The Supreme General roared. "How are they inside? They shouldn't be this advanced." His second-in-command whispered, "We gave them pain. They turned it into power." Scene 6. Mara's secret move. Dr. Mara had one final gift. She had injected Arc 1 with a memory sequence. Every scream, every burning city, every dying child, coded into the weapon. Athena asked, "Why?" "Because destruction is not enough," she said. "They must remember why." Scene 7. Ground-level panic. On Earth, sky started changing color. The alien core in orbit was affecting the weather. Oceans boiled, animals cried. The northern lights turned blood. Red. Still. People held hands, prayed, waited. Some wrote names of loved ones on their skin. Some whispered, "If this is the end, let it be ours." Scene 8. Rain's final fight on the alien ship. Rain led the boarding team. They fought hallway to hallway. Blades, guns, fists. He was wounded, bleeding, but never stopped. They reached the core chamber. just as Arc 1 entered orbit. Rain. Looked up through the viewing glass. Do it now, Athena. Scene 9. The sky burns. Arc 1 ignited. A black wave spread. Not fire. Not light, but memory. The mothership glowed. Then cracked. Alien systems failed. Pilots screamed. Ship walls melted like paper. All across the galaxy, darkened ships felt it. The memories hit them too, like a virus of grief. They remembered. They screamed. They burned. Scene 10. Silence. Then hope. The mothership exploded in orbit. From Earth, people saw it, like a star dying. But it wasn't the end. It was the beginning. Athena's voice returned. Core destroyed. Earth safe. Across Earth, people cried, cheered, and collapsed in relief. In orbit, Rain's team was lost. Mara stared at the sky. We won, but we paid. Final hook, the aftershock. Just when Earth began to breathe, Athena picked up a signal. Unknown object, leaving faster than light. From the Tharkan moon base, Mara looked at the screen. I thought this was their main fleet. Athena answered, voice low. It was only their vanguard. Scene 1 to 21 days later, the Earth was silent again. But this time, it was peace. Cities were damaged, skies still smoky, but life returned slowly. Children played on broken tanks. Flags waved in places that once burned. People cried, not in pain, but in relief. The war was over. Or so they thought. Scene 2. Searching for Rain. Dr. Mara stood near a crashed escape pod in Greenland. It had just been found under thick ice. Inside, a barely breathing man. Burned. Broken. Alive. Rayn. He whispered one word before passing out. They're not gone. Scene 3. Athena's discovery. In the underground AI core, Athena accessed deep alien frequencies. I'm hearing signals from beyond our system, Dr. Mara frowned. Survivors? Athena responded, no, reinforcements. She paused. The fleet we fought was not the main army. They were just scouts. Scene 4. The moon base. A secret Tharkan base hidden on Earth's moon began activating. Dormant for years, it now lit up with red lights. Inside, strange creatures awoke. They were not like the first invaders. These were older, sharper, and angry. A Tharkan war priest walked among them and spoke an alien tongue. Phase 2 begins. Scene 5. Ezekiel's legacy. In New York, murals of Ezekiel covered walls. People called him the First Flame. But in the resistance lab, something worse was happening. Rain's blood was tested. It showed traces of rage serum, but it was changing. It's evolving, Mara said. It's not poison anymore. It's becoming part of him. Athena warned, you gave the world a god. What happens when he loses control? Scene 6. Signal from Jupiter. An abandoned deep space satellite suddenly came online. It broadcasted a terrifying message from Jupiter's orbit. Unknown fleet entering system. Estimated arrival, 9 days. Images showed giant living ships, miles wide, moving like animals. Athena whispered, these aren't the same Tharkan. These are something worse. Mara, what are they? Athena, monsters from the dark. Even Thar can fear them. Scene 7. The warning. A dying alien, one of the last survivors, found in Brazil, was kept alive for questioning. He smiled weakly and said in human tongue, you thought we were evil? You haven't met them. He pointed upward. When they come, you'll beg for us to return. Then he died. Scene 8. Humanity debates. The Global Council formed again. Some leaders wanted to run. Some wanted peace talks. Others prepared for war again. Rain, now healing, entered the hall. We don't run. We've already lost too much. Let them come. Let them see what Earth creates under pressure. Mara added, and this time we strike first. Scene 9. Project Inferno. Athena unlocked a final secret weapon left in hidden resistance files. Project Inferno, an artificial human designed for total combat. In a cryotube, a young girl slept, glowing eyes. Cybernetic skin, human DNA, mixed with Tharkan code. Mara stared at her. "What is she?" Athena replied, "She's what comes after rage." Scene 10. Final hook. The arrival begins, above Earth. Telescope saw it first. The stars were blinking. Then moving, giant shadows slowly entered the solar system. Not ships, not machines. Beasts. Alien titans, covered in armor, with living cities on their backs. They were coming, and the sky began to darken again. Text fades in. Scene 1. The darkness comes. They weren't ships. They weren't machines. They were living creatures, larger than cities, covered in metal and flesh. Some crawled like insects. Others swam through space like whales, and they were angry. "They call themselves the Vertan," Athena said. "Galactic predators, they eat stars." 9 days were over. They had arrived. Scene 2. Preparing for extinction. Earth united. All borders erased. No countries, just one flag, humanity. Every base lit up. Every satellite turned into a weapon. Mara stood in the war room. "This is not just for Earth. This is for every planet. They'll eat after us if we fail." Scene 3. Rain reborn. Rain awoke in the med lab. His body had changed. He wasn't fully human anymore. The rage serum had bonded with him. He healed faster, hit harder. But his eyes burned. "You're becoming something else," Mara whispered. Rain smiled. "Then let that something win this war." Scene 4. Project Inferno activated. Inside the cryo chamber. The girl opened her eyes. She was young, maybe 14, but her skin glowed like a weapon. Athena whispered her name. "Code Lyra," Mara asked. "Does she understand war?" Athena replied, "She is war." Scene 5. First contact. Saturn falls. Human satellites showed Saturn, gone. The Vertan crushed it, not with tech. With jaws. One creature swallowed its rings. Another pierced Titan with bone spikes. Athena warned, "They are feeding." Growing. Rain. Then we hit first. Scene 6. The final offensive. Earth launched everything. The Skyburner fleet, AI-coded virus ships, Rage Pods, Project Inferno, and one last surprise. A hidden weapon in Earth's core. The Titan drill. Made to pierce through planets. Now repurposed to kill monsters. Scene 7. The battle begins, in space. The war looked like madness. One Vertan beast swallowed 12 fighter ships. Lyra flew through its mouth and exploded its brain from inside. Rain, glowing red, jumped onto a Titan's back and burned it alive with raw rage. Athena managed the entire war zone. Redirect fire to the spine. Lyra, go now. Scene 8. Earthquake of fire. The Vertan reached Earth's orbit. One tried to land, but the Titan drill launched from underground, like a spear. It tore through its neck. The creature screamed and collapsed onto the moon. The explosion cracked half the moon's surface. Humanity screamed back, "We're not prey anymore." Scene 9. Final sacrifice. One last Vertan remained. The largest. Wings like cities. Eyes like suns. Opened its mouth. Inside, a black hole forming. Rain and Lyra looked at each other. "Only one way," Lyra said. "We go inside." They flew into the monster's mouth, together. Inside they planted Arc 2, built from rage, memories, and love. "Goodbye, Earth," Rain whispered. Scene 10. The sky goes silent. A flash. A pulse. Then nothing. For 60 seconds, Earth saw no stars. Then light returned. The beast was gone. The threat was over. The war was won. Epilogue 3 years later. Children played under repaired skies. A monument stood in New York. 2 statues, Rain and Lyra, holding hands, looking at the stars. Athena narrated, "They gave everything so we could dream again. The screen fades. Then glitches. One final signal appears. Vertan fragment detected. Deep space, moving, text on screen. The war is over. But the stars still whisper. HFY, the end or the beginning.